If you're a Dave Ramsey fan, you're not gonna wanna watch this. Let me start off by saying I've read Dave Ramsey's books. I've been through financial freedom. My husband and I took his course, and I am a finance major. I actually have 2 degrees in finance, and I work in corporate finance. And I do believe that his program does the most good for the most amount of people. What do I mean by that? What I mean is that generally Americans and the financial situation they sit in today, he is thinking about their behaviors and is applying the most good for those people. But it doesn't always make common sense for different families. Let me explain what my family is going through and why his program just doesn't really work for us. Not new around here, then you know that I think his $1,000 emergency fund is absolutely ludicrous. You need more money than even when you're in a debt payoff period. Let's just apply his principle about investing while you're in debt. So my family and I, we are currently in debt, but we also invest our money, and that's a big Dave Ramsey no-no. And in general, that's probably a good point, right? So most people's debts are credit card debt that sit at 29 to 30%. That's high debt that costs a lot of money to have debt. But in my family situation, our most expensive debt is about 7.49%. That doesn't make sense when you think about the cost of money. For example, my husband and I max out our 401ks. Both of our companies match anywhere from 5 to 8% based on what we put in, and we're maxing it out, so we're maximizing that. So let's just use that number, 8%. So for every 8% that I put in, my company is matching me 100% and putting another 8%. So I'm getting 100% return on my money. We're only out earning the 7.4% debt cost over here. Now, Dave Ramsey's plan would tell you to not put any of that money in your 401k and put all of those funds towards paying debt. But again, in my situation, it doesn't make sense because I would be losing money by doing that. Probably sitting there thinking, then why do you put more and beyond that 8% when you have debt to pay off? Well, the average rate of return for a retirement account, even according to Dave Ramsey's calculator, is about 10 to 15%. So let's just call it 12%. So when I put money in my 401k, on average, I will earn about 12% on that money. Again, over here, it's only costing me 7%. So I'm out earning by putting my money in my 401k. And I believe his principle is doing the most good for most people because most people don't have 775 credit scores and can't secure debt at a low interest rate like we can. So I do believe that his strategy for most people is a good strategy, but for people like me, it doesn't make sense. And also, no matter what situation you're in, if your company is matching you with your 401k, you should at least take the match. I'm not a financial advisor, so take it or leave it.